Welcome back to our Bluesy Water channel. I just want to review a major benefit of medical ozone therapy. We've been doing some videos recently on medical ozone therapy. First of all, I want you to appreciate what ozone is. Ozone is, in nature, is lightning upon oxygen. Lightning. We mimic that when we make it at home. We have an oxygen tank and we have a machine that has lightning strikes. It's called corona discharge. What happens when we put this lightning upon the oxygen? We have this incredibly alchemic, fiery, catalytic gas. We infuse it in the body and it has all kinds of healing benefits. You can Google the healing benefits of ozone. There's a slew of benefits. But if you appreciate what it is and how powerful it is and how the alchemic energetics of it, I think that's the beginning point. Our main alchemic therapies are based on oxygen, hydrogen, lightning, volcanoes. Alchemy is amazing. Our bluesy water is mimicking a volcanic environment. Ozone's a lightning therapy. Our electrostatic charge therapy is a lightning therapy. Our hydrogen therapy, what's to be said about hydrogen? The primordial element of the universe. Magnetism. We have light therapies. Lightning is even more volatile than light. So when you're sick, you're stagnant. You need to cut in with volatility, healing volatility. But today I want to talk about rectal ozone insufflation and one thing that's critical for people to understand why to buy it, depression. In Chinese medicine, the colon is grief. In holistic medicine, they say most diseases begin with a toxic colon. When you have a toxic colon, you have grief. When you put ozone in rectally, you are clearing away the grief, you're clearing away the toxicity, you're bringing this volatile oxygen lightning into the colon. There's an immediate sense of relief. If you've been sick a long time and you have very stagnant terrain down there, you'll need to repeat, and do some of our other co-therapies. But if you have depression and you haven't been doing rectal ozone insufflation, it's a must therapy. I think it's the number one therapy because again, if you thought that the root of your grief is the colon, as the Chinese say, then you would treat the colon. You wouldn't take the psych meds. Now, there is one other second thing I would talk about. Well, first of all, the colon makes a lot of our serotonin, so that's to be interesting. So if you're going to increase serotonin, treat the gut. And you'll have a more effective alchemy for the serotonin. Number two, the hormone system, yes, the thyroid has a lot to do with depression too. So hormones need to be looked at. You need to go get your thyroid evaluated and don't go by typical lab work. If it says you're low normal, call us. We'll get you over to a really good hormone doctor. But again, if your gut is toxic and you do treat your thyroid, say, well, I feel a little better, but more energy, but I'm still depressed. Go back to the gut, get ozone therapy. It's the most profound therapy for depression that I know of. Now, that being said, you want to do the whole program and rebuild a healthy gut. It's almost impossible unless you're like built like an android. Most people come with compromised flora or that it becomes compromised. Very few people have like vigilant gut immunity, gut flora. So ozone is going to be an ongoing therapy along with high-end probiotics we talked about in our other video. In other words, you're going to need to work it, but it's probably centerpiece is to do ozone. And the older you get, I'm finding that I have to do it at least for a while I was doing it maybe once a month. You're going to go in and out. Maybe you're going to do it every day, then you're going to have a break or every other day. Depends where you're at, but it's one of the most vital tools for having a vital colon, qi as they call it in Chinese medicine. So if you've been struggling with depression and you haven't done ozone therapy, rectal ozone insufflation, I implore you, Put that in your mix and see what changes. Your whole outlook on life will change. Toxicity in the body, all the organ systems have to be addressed. And the gut in holistic medicine is considered centerpiece. So this is the most powerful therapy I know. And by the way, you could do enemas, not the same. I've done enemas, I've done ozone enemas. I still find that doing rectal ozone insufflation strategically, what I mean by strategically is the ability to work the dosage and the volume. Please take a look at our recent video uh, integrating ozone into a whole holistic program. I implore everyone to the best of their ability to build a home clinic. If you can't afford a lot, there are ways to find ozone online through eBay, buy a cheap system, get going. There's tons of information online about how to do it. You could probably get into a system for $200-300 if you get one used. You're going to have to buy an oxygen tank. Anyhow, you can contact us if you need assistance, but the point of this video is if you have depression, please start doing rectal ozone insufflation, and you're never going to look back. This is like you're going down a dirt road and it's beating up the front end of your car, and you say, pave the road, and so, voila, everything's fine. So this is one of the most powerful therapies out there. And cleaning the body, detoxifying the body is obviously important. And until I found ozone, I really could never get it right with my gut integrity. All right, I appreciate it. Any questions, contact me, Andrew at bluesywater.com. Thank you.